And this is the engine bay in the Scout, minus fenders, etc., etc. So this will be the new home for the 5.9. Well, actually, it'll be a 408 when it's all done, hopefully. These are the mounts that we put in for the 440. We'll have to see how they work out. There's the one motor mount. Here's the other motor mount, and you can see there's holes. Basically, this just two holes. We cut the old motor mounts and just moved them back. They're right by the hole there on both sides. This side still has the bolt for the steering. This is our mallet. First thing we did was cut the end of the head off. Then we cut it down the center. And now we've got two pieces. I'll cut it again right about here to give us two pretty solid, and then drill holes in the center to give us the two engine mounts we need. It took a while, but managed to hacksaw both pieces, section off. I think it's about a 1/2 inch, and I've got 1 3/4 inches, 1/16 more than that on both of the bushings, or what will be the motor mount, rubber part of the rubber part of the motor mounts. I drill the hole inside the center. Then I took a steel spacer washer that I was going to push in there, and I used a 7/16 bolt, which is the bolt we'll be using, along with another spacer and washers on each end to pull it in to inside. It's a tight fit. It's a pull fit, tight fit. Then inside of each of these, I'm putting these 5/8 compression brass tube fittings, and that will help keep the bolt from, makes it a tight fit for the bolt, and it should keep it from being rusting inside of this. So if I ever need to remove the bolts, these should not be rusted inside. And all in all, I've got these the grade 8 bolts, 7/16 I'm using. I thought the 3/8 was a little too small and the 1/2 inch was just too large, so I got this. And I'll have these washers on each side of it, like so. And then that'll be against the metal, and then one on the other side, which will be against the mount itself. These bolts are long enough that they'll go all the way through everything. Plus, I'll have a rubber piece on the other side with the upper bushings, motor mounts, all ready to go. We needed the bottom piece that goes underneath and attaches on the frame portion. So for that, I needed something that was about the same hardness, but it had to be narrow so it will fit between the legs of the piece. And what I did was I got a 2-inch expansion plug for engines. So this is automotive grade. This is hard rubber too. It's almost as hard, not quite as hard as that, which is great. It has it had a piece that you just screw down on, and it would tighten and it would pull. There's a molded piece of steel in here. You can't see it now because I drilled this off of it. It was attached to it. I drilled from the back side until I got to this. This fell out, and now there's still that steel piece that's molded in here. And I also enlarged the hole that this was like that. And now it fits over this, and this will go onto the end of that and squash up nice, and it will fit. And the nice thing about this is this fit will be a tight fit. It's not going to be able to move because it's got the C-shaped or semi-C-shaped, wide C-shaped mount that's on the frame, and this goes up into that. And I'll show you better when it's actually installed. But so then it would be like this, sandwiched between it, and then this would go into the hold the mount coming off of the engine itself. Now I may, this has a little bit of a dome to it, I may grind it down a little bit, but the weight of the engine may smash it down, and I think I'd rather just do that. I ended up taking this crown out and making it level, so both ends are level, and this reduced it. This reduced it from 1/8 to 1/6 to, let's say 1/620, so 20 thousandths, almost a quarter of an inch lower. But the main thing is just to get the arch off of it. I felt it was better to have two flat surfaces pressed against each other. New mounting brackets for the engine. Our neighbor came over and welded them up for us yesterday. It's one side. If you notice on this side, it's inside, outside, towards the back. But on the other side, it's inside, inside. And what we did was we made a cardboard template, fit it in there, and then we got 3/16 by 3 inch steel, cut these brackets out to this pattern and drilled them out, and cut them out with a reciprocating saw. And then we cut off a big piece of what was left, and we welded that on there. Bolted it on, and we welded it in place, and it cooled in place too, so now it should be a non-stressed fit. And these are fairly long. The way we made the brackets, we think it'll be the stress should be the distribution of weight should be fine. And this is what the final mounts look like.